I have four of you here, some of my favorite people on the planet. I appreciate you. I love you back, and I'm delighted to be with you again. I have been listening in for the last maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, and I don't want to make this in the typical format of delivering a speech and update and all of that. Today, I want to make it more of a conversational theme, if you would. But first, let me begin with showing my gratitude, my enormous thankfulness to all of you and everybody that is showing their true love, their commitment, their loyalty, and their support in such uncertain times. This will not be forever. This is not going to define our outcome. This is just a passing cloud, and I don't want to give it more attention than it is since it's temporary. Let's focus on the long-term sustainable vision and dream, and that's where I want to take it back to where my brother Michael was talking about, where the concept of unpassive, like, the do it or die, actually, it has it's more conceptual now, and what I'm trying to say, it has evolved, okay, to a bigger need than it was a couple of years ago. When we decided the concept was appealing and we loved it for that. Now, having been on the journey, on the practical journey and the execution of that dream, we have also evolved in other ways mentally. Now we understand the importance of unpassive and the vision of unpassive. As I said last Sunday with a few of my intelligent friends, I said, unpassive is not just a business. And it's not just a transactional relationship. It's a true movement to the core where there is a strong ideology and motive behind it that you cannot stop it, regardless of the mechanics. As we know, success, especially in the people business, is 80% psychology, mental, attitude, the mindset, all of that, and only 20%, probably less, it's about the mechanics or the details. It's almost irrelevant. If you are miserably failing in the details and the mechanics, you have zero experience whatsoever, but you're made of the right stuff within the principles that you have, the faith that you have, as also I heard my brother earlier talking about. If you have that value within, you got 80% of success. Plus, you're showing. Plus, you're bold enough to take action. Showing up is a big part of success. So, not only you have the right mindset and the clarity on the vision, on the ideology, you want to achieve that, but you also took action, lots of action. You've invested a lot of time into it. So it becomes even greater than 80% your success ratio. It's almost you're there. Now, mechanically, it's not fair to say we failed, the 100%, which equal 20% of the entire process. You don't need to be Michael Williams to understand the math. I did. So it's simple. 20% is the mechanics, the details, or the business logistics and all of that. It's only 20% of your overall success. But say we got a good portion of it. We're way up high, 90, 95%. into the success path, but it's only a matter of time to reach that outcome, and the outcome is sustainable in a way that is renewable. It's not, we're not going to reach a certain, okay, we're going to reach this number, okay, we're a company that is going to achieve this number of customers or this number of whatever wealth, or and that's it. No, this is a lifelong journey. Even beyond that, I believe it's a legacy that we could leave here on earth for generations to come. Why? Because we're sick and tired of what's happening there, the greed, the theft that is happening in the real world. Okay, we're sick and tired, like as he rightfully said, yeah, there is a recession. We're just not announcing that economy is dead anyway, okay, everywhere. And it never matter. If I don't tell you the president, you go have a nap for 5 years and wake up and I tell you, based on the facts on the ground, okay, and your personal life, guess who was the president for the 5 years? You're not going to know. It's irrelevant. That would be amazing if I could sleep 5 years. But back to the things that can bring us together. I know you mentioned sports. I agree. Okay, some people like that, but I don't like the sport that you just like sit on the couch and watch, and you think like, oh, you are like a muscular, Red Redfern. Okay, no. You're just a potato couch. Okay, laying down and watching TV and just tapping the channel to have sports on it on the screen, but you have nothing to do with sports. Okay, I like you to be in the field and sweating. That's the type of sports I'd like to talk about. Now, uh, let's add the topic that Chris and I love to mention, which is food, bring us together. True, it's a fact. Music, okay, travel, all those are, things we have more in common. Safety, good family structure. Those are our value. Okay, so there's so much that can bring us together. But there's one thing that we all love and we can't have enough of. And when we have a solution that can be the center of this ideology or movement, money. Whether it's sports or food or music or travel, it gets a lot better to a different level when you have enough money. And the other part is you're going to need time to enjoy the other stuff, whether social life or family time. Those are our values. You to be in the field and sweating. That's the type of sports I'd like to talk about. Now, let's add the topic that Chris and I love to mention, which is food, bring us together. True, it's a fact. Music, okay, travel, all those are, things we have more in common. Safety, good family structure. Those are our value. Okay, so there's so much that can bring us together. But there's one thing that we all love and we can't have enough of. And when we have a solution that can be the center of this ideology or movement, money. Whether it's sports or food or music or travel, it gets a lot better to a different level when you have enough money. And the other part is you're going to need time to enjoy the other stuff, whether social life or family time. Those are our values. We share our shared values, no matter where you are, no matter who you are. Okay, those are our shared values. You got to like something. I never heard somebody, oh, I hate food, I'm not going to eat. That's it. I'm done with food. I'm sick and tired of food. I'm no longer going to eat any bite. Okay. It's like, I don't believe in gravity. Just go jump from the Empire building, from the rooftop. I say no gravity. Okay. You cannot, it's a law. Okay. So I love those values, but what makes them more enjoyable is if we have the time, if we have the money to obviously live them up. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the concept of passive, focusing on years ago, we saw the need because there's a gap between the rich and poor. There's a gap between, middle class and, the 3,000 billionaires globally, or all those, contrasts in our society. People in different regions have a different life or lifestyle than others. We saw we could have a platform where it can kind of like balance the the battlefield, if you wish, okay, or the playing field. Now, having been working on it, we've invested more now, so we have a bigger desire, because I mentioned the reservoir is a big, okay, motive when you've invested something in a long relationship, okay, or business or any activity. If your investment time-wise, just a couple of days, yeah, it's not working, I'm going to quit, I change direction. You're open to that. But when you've invested almost like your most golden time of your life on such a journey to achieve that goal, it's hard to quit. It's almost impossible to quit because you've invested a lot, your tears, your blood, your time, your emotions, and you are closer to the safe harbor. 100-meter swim. You swim 1 meter and you get tired or demotivated. Do you go back the 99 to the other side, or you just go back 1 meter? One. So you can quit. If you've invested your energy and your physicality to reach 90% to the other side, you cross 99, or I'm sorry, 90 meters of your destination. So you have 10 to reach. I know you're tired. You have 10 to reach the desired destination, or 90 to go back and give up. Which one makes more sense? Or give up and sink? A, B, C, which one? It's very obvious. You are ready to fight, to go all the way, whatever it takes, deadly, until you get to the other side, because you're almost there and you've invested a lot. You've been sweating, you've been working so hard on the 90 meters. You're almost there, so you would do it. So let's talk about that. So our vision is now more embodied in us, okay, more necessary, more mandatory, our success, than a while ago. The reasons are enormous, limitless, but I'll give you a few. Why unpassive is more important, or the vision, the ideology of unpassive today is far more important today than 5 years ago. Why? Number one, we see the other side. What are our choices? What are our options? It's the most reasonable, logical, lovable concept that we see out there. Nobody offers better. Don't wait for a better solution from the White House or the Pink House or whatever bangle. It's not going to come from a president. We've got to create our own economy as the people of this planet, beautiful planet. Don't wait for a solution to be handed to you from whoever, having a nice talk. And they always deliver one thing. Cheat their way into the top and fail to deliver one single thing for you and me. That's the only thing they deliver. Failure. So they steal our hopes and dreams, and we put them in the wrong. So, but when you have a movement, a tribe such as Passive, and those incredible leaders around, you understand that it's coming from people who care, who are actually in the field, and they mean to do such a thing. They're not running for any office or position. They're doing it from the heart by design. Not for any cheap reason. Number two, because of who we have with us today. 5 years ago, yeah, we were a small group, okay, much smaller than today. But being together today for that invested time, we have more minds on the vision, more eyes on the vision, more people who are supporting that, more talent, more expertise, more love, more in every aspect. So because of those, in every angle you look at it, it adds more power to the process so we can get to where we want to go. Because we have more power with from the people within. Plus, let's look at the other side. Cannot disappoint that many people anymore. If it's desired by that number of people, then it's a big deal. Same thing goes by how many people are trying to kind of like say resist. I know their imaginary dream is to destroy us, but good luck with that. Now, when you realize how big of a deal it is, we're up to something so pretty. So that's why it matters more today than 5 years ago. We've invested time, we've invested money, energy, and relationship, ups and downs, good and bad, laughter, cries, all of that. It's not easy to let that go. We are 90% closer to the other side where we want to go. It's a disaster to think of quitting or sinking or going back. There's no way. Let me add another thing, which is, yeah, we've been here and the information is out there. The IT providers or the technology providers or the business providers in different sectors have heard about such a nice vision provided by us. And some were very involved, paying attention to the details. Yet they didn't care to provide a better solution or to compete in a constructive way. So even if the blueprint is obvious right now, it's no secret to all of us, yet nobody bothers, nobody cares, because it's not that good for them. We come to know people so close, to know their life, their stories. And because of that, we cannot let them down. Not on my dead body, I would let one of them down if they're genuine with us. We'll do whatever we could in our power, even the impossible. We'll go the ugliest path, just not to disappoint any of those incredible people. It's a beautiful concept what we have. It's a beautiful concept. Don't pay attention to the mechanics. They're irrelevant. The overall success is already within reach. It's almost in hands. It's needed. It is so much needed today because of the time we've invested, because nobody bothers, okay, because of the attraction we have, who we have, all those reasons. And I can give you more and more. And you can add your own if you want to chime in anytime, perhaps. And another thing is we've learned a lot. We believe we're more effective now than a while ago. We make mistakes by trusting the wrong pals or the enemy within, or we make mistakes out of love because